Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of Magitech SMP. Magitech is at least a placeholder for now. Let me know in the comments if you like it or if you have any suggestions for what I should call the server. Pikmin crashed. Okay. I guess he was letting me know before I asked why he... Anyway. So, today I want to get into some of the magic mods that I have going. If I can, I would like to find the 5th carved rune of power, I think it is. I want to get into the hex mod, the spelled mod, all of these magical things. But Pikmin did ask if I could help him out with his ME system. So let me empty out my inventory, and then we're going to go help him out with that. Hello. Outside? Oh, yeah. Duh. Have fun in the Twilight Forest. Alright, let me just plant this back for him. I don't see any other flowers, or I'd plant the last 2. But they're not necessary for the portal. Anyway, let's get working on his ME system. Okay, so he needs the... Yeah, he just needs this. I like the crafting terminal just so I can craft within the thing. So he needs... Oh, I'm going to need another Certus crystal, which I think I have at my base. But he needs 2, I believe. Let's see. Formation core. Okay, no. We're good. So we have the formation core. I need an annihilation core. I don't see... Damn it, Pikmin. Yeah, I don't see any in his chests. So I'm going to need this. I need that. Alright, let's start with this. So where is his silicon? Alright, cool. We got it working. Now I can start working on the magic. So the first thing I want to look into is I got some vampire or some diaries associated with, these. Observation on vampires and then diary. So I want to look into these. Vampires have recently shown up in this area. They are disgusting creatures, surviving solely off of blood and human hearts. Even the creepers know to be afraid of them. I feel they suspect that they are not humans, instead something of an unnatural origin. Sadly, the vampires do not have this effect on zombies and skeletons, even appearing to have a friendly relationship with them. I fear that one day the dead will rise and I will lose this peaceful place I call home, but for now I will fight back with all I have. It started months ago. People in my village have always led a peaceful life, but recently a new person moved to town. He was a strange fellow, only emerging from his house at night and rarely talking to the townsfolk. He seemed shifty, but I really started to keep an eye on him when his neighbors' livestock were drained, left in the fields devoid of blood. That night he seemed energized, stronger than usual. I began to watch him after the sunset, often forgoing sleep in favor of finding out what he was up to. Like clockwork, he would emerge from his house as the sun was setting and disappear into the shadows. Sometimes I could have sworn his eyes glowed red as he set off into the night. He looked human but felt off. After a few weeks in town, he began to get visitors late at night. They would often come weak-looking and tired, but leave refreshed with bottles full of a red liquid. As time went on, the livestock in the surrounding area slowly died. When found, they would be completely drained, with two puncture, I think that's supposed to say holes, with 2 puncture holes somewhere on their body. People began to suspect there was a monster in the nearby forest, but I knew the truth. That man was somehow behind this. One morning, a farmer woke me, claiming that the monster had attacked, but one cow survived. He claimed the animal had become violent and its eyes had grown blood red. He led me to the barn where he had trapped the creature, and I decided that it was time to figure out this mystery. The next night, very carefully, I took the cow and put it in a nearby shed. I began my experiments. Learning what this creature was consumed my nights, and I soon grew careless. The man who lived in town was no longer being watched and was out of livestock. Without a nearby source of blood, he soon moved to the townspeople. I paid no attention, and one by one these people disappeared. Some would return, but they were different, often staying inside their houses until the sun had set. The town was empty, but it became alive at night. I ignored the loud yelling I often heard, assuming everything was okay. As I worked, I found the cow was susceptible to some things. It often became weak when in contact with water or near garlic. It became sluggish and weak, but it didn't harm it. I needed something to defeat the creature that had moved to my town. Finally, I came upon my solution. Fire. One flame and the cow ignited, quickly burning to ashes. I had lost my test subject, but gained a new weapon. I went to bed that night satisfied with my work, but woke up to screams only minutes later. I grabbed my flint and steel and rushed out the door to help. Emerging from my house, I tripped and crashed to the ground. To my horror, I had tripped over the body of my neighbor, a small old woman who lived alone with her dog. I was aghast. Who could have done such a thing? She was an innocent person who would never harm a soul. I found my answer as I looked up, seeing that strange man approach. His eyes glowed red as he licked the blood from his sharp-pointed teeth. Surprised, he said, drawing closer. Eyes locked on me. Behind him, I saw once familiar faces, now distorted desperately, searching for blood. This town was dead, and I was the only human remaining. With my flint and steel in hand, I knew what I had to do. The undead creature dove for me, but I hid him away and ran off into the night. I soon arrived to an abandoned building in the middle of town and set it ablaze. The flame grew unbearably hot, but all I could do was watch the fire grow larger and consume the town I once knew and loved. I would make them all burn. These creatures that consumed our livelihood, our people, everything in our lives, I would make them pay. The fire quickly spread, burning the demonic creatures until their ashes remained. I left my home that night with only my flint and steel, but I will stop at nothing to make these vampires burn. Alright, so that didn't start anything, unfortunately. That was more lore. Alright, so I have all of these. I read that, I think. Origins of Darkness. Did I read this? No. Okay, this looks like straight up blood magic. This book is split into 2 major parts. For the 2 ages of evilness, I like to classify everything in. I consider everything before my coming to this world as the first age, and my life's work the second. You can navigate through this book by clicking on the arrows at the bottom. Okay. This world is filled with all sorts of resources. This I have known for a long time, but today I've made new discovery. Okay, so there's dark ore, which is... Whoops, that's not... Oh, okay, yeah. The dark ore drops the dark gems. Okay. There also seems to appear some kind of rather strange dust when I mine them. I'm sure I will find... Yeah. Okay, so I can turn dark gems into dark blocks and vice versa. I can then turn dark blocks into dark brick stairs. Combining an apple and a dark gem results in a special apple that, when eaten, inflicts large amounts of damage for a certain time. If the entity dies because of this effect, it will leave behind some kind of anomaly. I have yet to discover any uses for this phenomenon. think I have apples. I do. Let's see what kind of anomaly this is. Huh. That didn't do anything. While caving, I occasionally encounter these grim rooms with blood spread all over the floor. These blood traces are probably caused by the battles of previous explorers. All right, so there's blood dungeon, or there's dark dungeon, or evil dungeons, dark temples. There seem to be. All right, I'm gonna read through this book real quick. Try and gather as much information as I can. And then once I think I understand, or at least have a plan of how to proceed, then we'll work on this, I think, for now. We'll work on the evil magic, the blood magic. Okay, so I got through a bit of this Evilcraft dark magic book, but a lot of it does seem to be not usable yet, where actual uses haven't been implemented. So most of this seems to be either not really up my alley or more decorative. Maybe I'll find a use for it eventually, but as of right now, I'm going to switch over to the Hex notebook and take a look at the Hex mod. And maybe, oh, you know what? And the Warren notebook. Yeah, I'm going to read through these two real quick. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I read through a bit of the Warren notebook, and I made myself a novice spellbook, which, if we look inside, I made a very basic dig spell. So if I right-click there, and it dug out the gravel. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making progress on the tower that I want to build, because apparently, in order to make more glyphs, which there are quite a lot, I need to make a scribe's table and throw a whole bunch of resources, experience, and whatnot into this. So I think it's about time where I actually set up a base. So I'm going to make as much progress as I can, or at least until I get bored. And we'll see how it comes out. I have ideas. Excuse me. I have ideas on how I want the tower to look. I am going to need to go back into the nether, get some netherite. Not netherite. Netherrack. Netherite is the rare stuff. I'm going to need to get some netherrack, and I want to make a ring around the base out of netherrack brick stairs. So that is, it's not going to look pretty. It's not going to look great for a while, but it's going to be, I think once it's finished, it's going to look amazing. So let me get started on that. Okay, and there is the current progress on the tower. Now, inside, I actually went and grabbed some villagers from one of the villages I came across. I've actually come across like 3, maybe 4 at this point. But I grabbed 2 from the closest village. got to breeding them, got some, one of these has a mending book. Looting. There's the mending guy. So, I enchanted up my diamond pickaxe, my hero shovel that I got from Lucky Blocks. Because I've been doing a lot of breaking open Lucky Blocks. I needed spruce wood for decoration on my farm. And I had to travel like 11,000 blocks in that direction before I came across any spruce wood. So any Lucky Blocks that I spotted on my journey, I opened up. And I got a lot of good stuffs. I got half an end portal going. I got a bunch of iron. Now, I actually have a beacon set up over in the desert. I was digging out some sand, which is being cooked up into glass. But, you know, I got a bunch of iron, some diamonds, emeralds, whole bunch of good stuffs. Okay, so Pikmin stopped by. We're actually going to go into the Twilight Forest to go kill the Lich. Now, Pikmin already killed the Naga. You can actually see him wearing the trophy on his head. I think that's... Anyway, so he passed me the trophy, so I have the advancement. I should now be able to go and help him kill the Lich. So... Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Alrighty.
For those who don't know about...
You were talking as you teleported.
I probably should have told him where we're going. Oh, you're here.
Yes.
Good. Okay, follow me.
Yep.
For those who don't know about Twilight Forest, it is an adventure dimension where there's actual... Also, fun fact about this grass, it works as farmland.
I've noticed. I thought that was really interesting. I actually have my own outpost way to the west of my own base.
Now, I have already killed the Naga. It's just a big snake.
Yep.
So, not really that interesting. But the Twilight Lich is very different.
Well, lead the way.
For the Twilight Lich, in order to kill it, well, it has shields protecting it from all attacks, and there's two ways to break the shields. One is with a Twilight Scepter, which we get by killing the Lich. So, that's out of the question. And the second is by, well, reflecting his projectiles back at it like a ghast.
Ah, okay.
Except he can multiply.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, so last time I went there ended up being 3 of them.
Well, I hope the clones despawned.
I hope it reset.
I mean despawned. That's what yeah.
Also, do you want a gun?
Probably should have brought my gardener. But I didn't think about it. Oh well.
Here, you can borrow mine.
Is it loaded with seeds?
I don't know how to load it properly. I just use the stuff that's in my inventory.
Yeah. Alright, where...
Okay. Not in the hole. So, looks like he did not reset, and he still has the chunk of damage I left him with. Well, something left him with. I think something blew up in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's at the top of the tower.
Yeah. You know, I think I actually did try to fight this guy at some point in the past. Again, not like I was saying before, not on the server, but I do believe I tried fighting this boss once.
Okay, place down the bed over here.
Okay.
Okay. Let the place up so that shit doesn't spawn in here and interfere. Oh, fuck. The 3 of them stayed.
Damn it. Oh, well.
Also, I hear books. Careful of books. They hurt.
Oh? Okay.
We have to destroy the shields.
Yep. Fuck. Fuck!
You destroyed the shields?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. I forgot about that.
It's not cheating, it's in the game.
Got it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Not a problem. So earlier when yeah. Earlier after what?
You can have the scepter. I know magic's your thing.
Fair. Oh, it does unlock some recipes, so just take it in your inventory so you at least unlock the recipes.
Okay. Also, do you want your head?
Sure. Oh, but earlier after you had logged out, I was going to make you a jetpack using your mechanism stuffs, but I don't have access to. I'm not allowed to utilize any of your mechanism.
Yeah, I locked him in case any of your viewers want to get on the server using the link down in, well, using the IP address down below.
I was going to do that at the end of the video. Thank you very much.
Also, there's a book behind. There's a book trying to shoot at you.
All right.
Ooh, what's this enchanted book? Power and Smite. Want it?
Nice. Not amazing, but you know, it's decent.
Okay. Well, that's the Lich head. Fuck.
Oh my god, that was too funny. I was not expecting the zombie to kill him.
I'm coming. Yeah. I locked all my mechanism stuff so that people who want to join the server from Enigma's channel don't have access to my tools. I really need it for steel.
Yeah. But that actually does remind me to give you something when we get back.
A lot of steel. And also, if it's a jetpack, I'll make my own.
I'm not. No. I'm not giving you. I wasn't gonna. I didn't end up making.
Oh, careful. This place has a lot of books if you want it.
I have a cow and sugarcane farm. I think I'm alright.
Yeah, but this one saves you effort.
This one also costs me carrying space.
So do the rest of them.
No, I mean like on the way back right now.
Yeah, it's not that far though.
Still. So that was the Twilight Forest's Lich boss. Pikmin was very generous to have let us keep the Scepter of Twilight. Now, because there was a non-zero quantity of interest in you guys joining the server, I will put the information down in the description below. And I just want to say thank you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It does help tremendously. And with that, until next time. Bye.